Good morning, Amber, Indigo and Jade. Welcome to our English lesson. The ally today is to recap on reading comprehension. So before we begin, let's get organized. Do you have your pencil and paper? Use the pause button if you need to. Let's start with our quiz. The quiz today is related to verbs and adding ed to verbs like we've done in past lessons. So we're looking at the past tense. Walk is the present tense, and if we add ed, walked, it becomes past tense. So let's see how much you can recall. Which word can we add ed onto the end to change the tense? Which word can we add ed to change the tense? Fingers, number 1. Number 2, sky. Number 3, blue. Or number 4, touch. So if we add ed to fingers, could we make it fingered, or skied, or blued, or touched? So is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Number 2, which word can we add ed onto the end to change the tense? Can we do number 1, roped? That's we have to add ed. Jumped, poled, or girled? So number 1, roped. Number 2, jumped. Number 3, poled, or number 4, girled? Use the images to help you work this out if you're unsure. Number 3, which word can we add ed onto the end to change the tense? Is it read, postboxed, posted, or lettered? So number 1, read. Number 2, postbox. Number 3, post, or number 4, letter. Which word can we add ed to change the tense? Which word isn't written in the past tense? Which word isn't written in the past tense? Is it number 1, danced, number 2, turned, number 3, partying, or number 4, twirled? So which word isn't written in the past tense? And finally, which word can we add ed onto the end to change the tense? Number 1, push, to create pushed. Number 2, dominoes, to create dominoed. Number 3, dots, to make dotteds. Or number 4, lines, to make lines. Make a choice. Right, we're going to now check this group of tasks. So number 1, you should have chosen number 4, touched. Number 2, you can see the girl is jumping over the bar, so it should be number 2, jumped. And number 3, posted. That's why the letterbox is there. Posted, if you add ed to post, it becomes past tense. Posted. I posted the letter yesterday. And the next one, which word isn't written in the past tense? It is number 3, partying. All the other words have had ed added to them. So number 3, partying, is the word not written in past tense. And the last one should be number 1, pushed. So push is the present tense, pushed becomes the past tense. So those are past tense verbs. Now adverbs. Adverbs describe a verb. So we can say the girl jumped slowly, and you'll find, or the girl whispered quietly. You'll find lots of verbs end in ly, but not all verbs end in ly, but many do. So we've got number 1, which word is not an adverb? Number 1, heavily. Number 2, waits. Number 3, easily. Or number 4, luckily. Number 2, the flames spread quickly. Which word is an adverb? Is it number 1, flames, number 2, quickly, number 3, spread, or number 4, the? Number 3, the aeroplane landed safely. Which word is an adverb? Is it number 1, the, number 2, aeroplane, number 3, landed, or number 4, safely? Finish this sentence. The boys were working. Is it number 1, busily, number 2, when, or number 3, the, or number 4, apple? Remember you need to use the adverb. And finally, the young mother looked proudly at her baby. So which 2 words are the verb and the adverb? So remember, the verb is the doing word and the adverb describes the verb. So the young mother looked proudly at her baby. So you need to select the verb and the adverb. Is it number 1, the and young, number 2, mother and looked, number 3, looked and proudly, or number 4, her and baby? So let's mark this quiz. After we've done this one, finish this sentence. He wrote the letter very. Is it number 1, letter, number 2, neatly, number 3, house, or number 4, loudly? Remember, you're trying to, you need to select the adverb that fits with the sentence. So he wrote the letter very. Is it letter, number 2, neatly, number 3, house, or number 4, loudly? Let's mark the adverb task. So number 1, which word is not an adverb? It's number 2, waits. All the others end in ly. So they are adverbs. Number 2, the flames spread quickly. Which word is an adverb? It's number 2, quickly. Number 3, which word is an adverb? It is number 4, safely. The boys were working, and it's number 1, busily, which is the adverb. Working is the verb because it's a doing word, and busily describes how they are working. The young mother looked proudly at her baby. Which 2 do we select? Which will we need the verb and the adverb? It's number 3. Looked is the verb, that's the doing word, and proudly is the adverb. It ends with ly, and it also describes how the mother looked at her baby. And last of all, he wrote the letter very neatly. Number 2. How are you doing in this quiz? Are you happy with your results so far? So those are our adverbs. And this is the last one before you do your task for the day. So you have been studying the Romans with Miss Hewer, and all you need to do is select the 2 words that fit in the missing space. So you should know about Julius Caesar and the Roman Empire. I will read the sentence. You need to select the words below. Julius Caesar was great Roman emperor and conquered many. So what are the 2 missing words? Are the 2 words number 1, and baths, or number 2, and countries, or number 3, and pizza, or number 4, the and olives? So select the 2 missing words. A Roman emperor was that ruled over the. What are the 2 missing words? Is it number 1, nobody and house? Number 2, nobody and school? Number 3, someone and empire? And number 4, someone and rabbits. So try the words in each space to see if it makes sense. So for instance, nobody. A Roman Empire was nobody that ruled over the house. Does that sound correct to you? Make a decision. And this is the second to last. The Romans lived Rome, but part of their job was travel and invade countries. What are the two missing words? Is it number 1, out, and 2? Is it number 2, out, and 3? Or number 3, in, and 2? Or number 4, in, and out? Can you fit them in? Which 2 words do you select? And finally, which sentence isn't missing any words? So when you read it, it should make sense. So first sentence, Roman capital. Second sentence, this is the Colosseum. Number 3, building started in. Or number 4, Romulus and were the sons. I know you've learnt about Romulus and Remus, but which sentence makes sense? So it means there are no missing words. Right, let's mark. This is the final one. Julius Caesar was, it's got to be a great Roman Empire and conquered many. What did he conquer many of? He conquered many countries. So it's number 2, and countries. Number 2, a Roman emperor was something that ruled over the something. Right, a Roman emperor was someone that ruled over the empire. So it's number 3, someone, an empire. The Romans lived Rome, but part of their job was travel and invade countries. So we're looking for the word in for sure, so it could only be number 3 or 4. So the Romans lived in Rome, but part of their job was to travel and invade countries. So it's number 3. Because if we chose number 4, out doesn't fit in that sentence properly. So number 3, in, and 2. And last of all, the sentence that does not have any missing words is number 2. This is the Colosseum. Now on to your task. Your task is to read the Soundkeeper and then answer some questions. So the Soundkeeper, the title tells us that this must have something to do with sound. So I will read the verses for you. I read a book this morning with photos of the past, of memories when I was young, and sounds that always last. The pictures were of holidays, the pictures were of me, but the ones that I remembered best were right beside the sea. The crying of the seagulls, the laughter in the air, the hum of all the people, and the music of the fair. The slurp of drippy ice cream, the fizz of cola pop, applying sun cream to my back, slippy, slappy slop. The whooshing of the pebbles, the crashing of the waves, the gurgling and rushing of the water in the caves. The sound of my legs splashing, swimming in the sea. Dad is paddling to my left and my mum is here with me. While there are lots of words there which we call onomatopoeia, which you covered yesterday. So words like slurp, fizz, slippy, slappy, slop, crashing, whooshing, they are all onomatopoeic words. So here is your task. After reading the poem, make sure you understand what it all means. Answer the questions here. So there are 2 that you need to answer. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. When did the person in the poem read the book? Tick 1. Number 2, but the ones that I remembered best were right beside the. Take your option, select one of those words, and so on. So good luck with the task, and I look forward to seeing your work. So email your work to yr3@grange.harrow.sch.uk. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I look forward to seeing your work. I hope you are well. Bye. Speak to you tomorrow.